Glad you're watching Newsfeed this 14th day of March 2023. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Flora Limuki. We start where the construction of the three dams Kimorer, Aror and Itare, which was subjected to court cases, is set to resume. President William Ruto announced that the government of Kenya and Italy had agreed to withdraw the arbitration cases against the three dams. Ruto was speaking from State House, Nairobi, where he hosted his counterpart Sergio Mattarella, president of Italy, who is in the country for a 4-day visit. The two heads of state also signed 2 agreements and 2 MOUs that will deepen and expand relations for the people of the two countries.
We are going to resolve the issues surrounding Itare, Aror and Kimorer dams, an issue that was that has stalled the construction of those 3 dams now for almost 3 years. I am happy to report to the nation that the government of Kenya and the government of Italy have agreed, and in fact, the process of sorting out the matters in court has already started in earnest. We, as the government of Kenya, are going to withdraw the cases filed against the companies, and the government of Italy and the contractors are also going to withdraw the arbitration cases. We have agreed that the restart of this projects is not only urgent, it is priority, it is necessary, because it's going to supply water to many towns in Nakuru County and Kericho County and many other areas in Baringo and Elgeyo Marakwet County.
And after a 1-month campaign to persuade Kenya Kwanza affiliate parties to fold and join UDA party, 6 political parties have succumbed to pressure and finally agreed to fold up and join UDA. Cabinet Secretary for Investments, Trade and Industry Moses Kuria's former party Chama cha Kazi is among the folded parties. Others are the little-known Umoja na Maendeleo Party, led by former Embu County Governor Martin Wambora, Farmers Party of Kenya led by former PS Irungu Nyakera, and Economic Freedom Party led by Isaac Hassan Abe. Chama cha Mashinani led by its chairperson Mohamed Gulay, National Agenda Party led by Alfayo Agufana, as well as joined the ruling party. UDA Sec joined Cleophas Malala said the party leaders and representatives are unconditionally agreed to provide political tranquility in Kenya and support the Kenya Kwanza administration in bringing all Kenyans together so that President William Ruto's manifesto to Kenyans can be achieved.
Tutawaweka katika chama chetu, wawe pia officials katika chama chetu, wawe pia members katika chama chetu. So tumewapatia idhini kwamba wanaweza participate katika grassroots elections zetu. Wakitoka hapa wanaenda katika registry of political parties, waanze kupitia zile kanuni ambazo zinahitajika dissolve political parties. Wataandikia leo registry of political parties na atawaeleza ni nini inafaa wafanye. Kama ni kurudi katika vyama zao na kukuwa na hiyo resolutions, watapitia hiyo sheria kuhakikisha kwamba wamekuja kujiunga na sisi. Lakini party leaders wao tayari wameanza kujiandikisha hapa kama members wa UDA. Sasa Mheshimiwa Wambora ni member number 9 million wa chama cha UDA.
We would like to build a democratic culture. Political parties are founded on ideologies. When I speak on behalf of National Agenda, I would like it known that we are not being coerced to dissolve our parties. We are joining hands with UDA and integrating with UDA because when you look at our ideology and the ideology of UDA, we are similar.
We as Chama cha Mashinani have agreed and resolved to support the president. We have stood with him before the election, and with that we stand with him now and going forward and make sure that this vehicle called the UDA party.
People who want to make a difference to other people's lives. We've chosen a path that is missionaryship in nature rather than mercenaryship in nature. We had a good meeting with the President and the Deputy President yesterday, and we were very happy and greatly assured that despite Luo Nyanza not voting the President and the Deputy President, actually, instead of giving him a poyo, we gave him Oyeyo, which is a small rat. But despite that, the first place that the President visited was Nyanza, and he followed it with another visit within 3 months. And in those 3 months, he has assured the Nyanza people that we must be part of the Kenya. Kenya must be a single nation, Kenya must be a one nation, and every Kenyan deserves to enjoy the services that the government gives.
Maxine Wahome's family has dismissed lawyer Andrew Musangi and hired Philip Mudgor as a new legal representative ahead of a murder plea hearing tomorrow. Speaking to the media at Kilimani police station, lawyer Mudgor revealed that he had perused the case documents and was puzzled as to why the prosecution had charged Maxine with murder. Maxine is scheduled to plead to the murder charges in the High Court tomorrow. Mudgor has applied to the court to argue the case physically instead of via virtual means so that they can extensively debate the matter. The lawyer also stated that they are ready to expedite the proceedings so that Maxine can return to a normal life. Mudgor added that Maxine, a 25-year-old rally driver, cannot fathom why she is in custody. Earlier, she underwent a psychiatric evaluation and was deemed fit to stand trial tomorrow.
Maxine has been a one-sided narrative up in the police station, and she still doesn't know what crime she has committed. The emphasis today is just one message. Maxine is innocent. Maxine did not commit murder. Maxine did not commit any crime. I have just been retained. I have reviewed every single fact and all the circumstances surrounding this case, and I cannot understand how a charge of murder was preferred. But I don't want to go into the merits because the matter is now before court, except to say that we ask and we pray that the DCI and the DPP are ready with all the evidence so that the case can start as soon as possible. Thursday, if possible. This is a case that should be dealt with as quickly as possible. The young lady who is now locked up has her life at a standstill. She cannot carry on with her career. Her sponsors in her rallying career are withdrawing. The sooner this matter is disposed of, the better for us. This morning she was taken for assessment for her mental capacity to plead. We're pleased to inform you that, of course, she is fit to plead. Of course she's fit to plead. Maxine is a normal 25-year-old, highly intelligent person who knows exactly what she's going about in her life. So, any questions?
Students from Masinde Muliro University from Kakamega County have come up with a food supply project for needy pupils in day schools in Kakamega town, with an aim of preventing malnutrition for better education. The Umoja ni Nguvu initiative, led by John Marambu, a nursing student at the university, said that the program focuses on providing food for needy students. According to the group, apart from pupils suffering from malnutrition, lack of food also leads to poor academic results and lack of concentration in class. They also said that to run the program, they raise money amongst themselves, hence calling upon leaders and partners to offer a helping hand to the needy pupils.
Like, we give not because we have much, but because we really understand how hard and painful it feels to have nothing at all. And Mother Teresa said that if you cannot do great things, you do small things in a greater way. So this feeding program, it's going to support those pupils who always come to school empty stomach, not because they wish to, but because of the harsh conditions back at home. The money we get, it's from the contributions we make as students. The little we have, we just support, because we give not because we have much, but because we really understand how hard it feels to have nothing. And that's why I would really like to call upon our leaders to come on board and support such initiatives that involve giving back to the community.
Basically, the feeding program is a school project, and we are just here to support. And the main reason we are here is because by feeding these children, we'll be able to prevent them from malnutrition. And also, when children come to school, when they know there is something they can get or something they can put in their stomachs, they are motivated to learn.
And over 3,000 students holding law degrees have appealed to President William Ruto to intervene and have them admitted to the Kenya School of Law. Students who pursued their studies from 2015 to 2022 have not been admitted to the KSL on the grounds that they did not score A minimum or B plain in English and Kiswahili. Grieved students drew Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino wants the head of state to come to their aid. He told journalists at Milimani Law Courts that refusal by the KSL contradict the Legal Education Act. According to the legislature, despite of scoring first and second class honors, students come from humble backgrounds and education is the only dependent livelihood.
And these are students whose parents really struggled so much to educate them, to ensure that they acquired education. These students were admitted in various universities to pursue their degrees in law. And having completed successfully, now these students have nowhere to go to. We have a lot of over 3,000 students from 2015 up to date in this country who graduated successfully. Some scored first class honors, some scored second upper, some scored second lower. They got different grades at the university, but they can't practice.
Victims and witnesses within the criminal justice system have called for more budgetary allocation of the Witness Protection Unit to enable it function efficiently. Penina Kome, who happened to be a witness in a late husband's murder case, while addressing stakeholders of the criminal justice system, revealed she had to go into hiding after developing fear that her safety was not guaranteed during the trial period. Stakeholders led by the International Justice Mission called for the creation of a compensation fund for victims who have lost their loved ones through extrajudicial killings.
As a witness, it's the act itself of losing a loved one. Kwanza unakosa kukubali, tena ameuliwa na askari. Hiyo uoga. Hiyo miaka ya hapo nyuma 9 years ago, ungeendea askari. But things are changing. So I went through a lot of fear. In fact, I had to run away and hide myself in the village. IJM, they were looking for me. IPOA, they were looking for me because my sister-in-law, she's the one who filed the case. Nilikuwa nimekataa juu ya uoga, nitafesa askari haji. How? Haijawahi sikika.
And so it's really important that when we are talking about these structures, we are really saying they are well resourced, both in terms of personnel and in terms of funds. Let us create budgets for psychosocial units in our organization. Let us have a budget. I was hoping
5% of all sexual violence related cases, it is only 5% that make it to judgment. The rest will fall out along that process, the criminal justice process. One of the reasons being the victims and their families withdrew.
And security officials in Garissa town have started the process of zoning border operators in a bid to bring discipline in the sector and reduce crime, which is associated with the riders. A section of border riders in the county have been linked to crimes such as theft, smuggling of drugs, and illegal immigrants and weapon possession, which has been a security threat for the people. Late last year, a famous Garissa businesswoman was attacked and stabbed to death by people who were on a border during a robbery incident.
Hii ni mpango ambaye serikali ilianza mwaka uliopita, na kwa sababu ya shughuli tofauti hazingeweza kutimia mwaka uliopita, lakini mwaka huu tumeanzisha na tumeanza hapa 15 ambaye tumefaulu kusajili pikipiki 200, mpango ambao itaendelea kwa ward zile zingine zote ambayo tuko nazo ward 4, na tuko na matumaini kwamba kufikia mwisho wa huu mpango tutakuwa tumesajili pikipiki zaidi ya 1000.
Kila mwana bodaboda atakuwa anatambua mwenzake, na upande wa ile maneno yasemekana ya kwamba mwana bodaboda ni wakora itakuwa ni ngumu kufanyika, na tena itasaidia upande wa serikali kwa kutambua mhalifu kwa haraka.
Kukiwa na shida yoyote itatusaidia kujua huyu ni mwana bodaboda yule anasimama wapi. Pili, wale wabaya sasa tutawa-uproot tuwatoe katika hii section. Tunataka tubaki na wale watu responsible, wale watu walikuja kutafuta hela, waone vile wanaweza jihekimu kimaisha.
And a Turkish tycoon in Mombasa has been charged afresh with 6 counts of bribing underage girls who were to testify against him in defilement cases in Malindi Court. The prosecution, led by Hilary Isiaho and DCIs from the headquarters of Child Protection Unit, tabled in court how the two accused, Elze Kosman and Aziz Shihame, statements showing how the two accused bribed by sending huge amounts of money to the six minor girls who were lined up to testify against him in the defilement and rape cases in the Malindi court case, making them recount their earlier statements. The prosecution, in conjunction with the head of DCI Child Protection Unit, also presented to the court hotel receipts detailing how the Turkish tycoon booked a room at a beach hotel with some minor who is a witness and was to give her a testimony in court.
Number 254, 723, 526.
Elsewhere, Dagoretti South Member of Parliament John Kiaria, popularly known as KJ, who is also the chair of the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Communication, Information and Innovation, has called for economic protection in the digital space. Speaking during the ongoing Interparliamentary Union on Peace and International Security, themed cyber attacks and cyber crimes in Bahrain, asked the convention to establish proper mechanisms and regulate online trade that promote economic equity in the digital space. The MP cited the digitization of government services in Kenya as a step in the right direction and the passage of various laws in the ICT sector.
Thank you very much. Where we sit as Kenya, we believe that the perpetuation of global economic inequalities is in itself a form of economic attacks. It is a form of economic terrorism. And we are speaking as a country that prides itself as a leader in this space. Kenya is at the moment working on the digitization and automation of government services, 5,000 of them. Kenya is working on an infrastructure that will see the development of 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable. We are developing Wi-Fi hotspots in markets in rural areas, 25,000 of them. We are putting up laws that speak to the cyberspace, the ICT space, and not less than 5 laws have been passed in the last 5 years. Now, this convention, we believe, is going to be incomplete without the consideration of economic equality promotion in the definitions, when we understand that when we have big techs in the world not monetizing their platforms equally across all